Thank you for viewing part 2 of 5 of DaSy's Looker Studio video tutorial series. In this video, we will describe the basic workflow for creating and updating reports in Looker Studio. We will also demonstrate how to begin creating a report with simple visualizations. Typical way in which you will want to interact with Looker Studio follows a 6-step workflow. Create a report, connect to your data, visualize the data, transform the data, view and share the report, and then update the report's data over time. Let's look at each step in a little more detail, and then we're going to switch to working directly in the tool to begin creating a report with simple visualizations. Starting the creation of a report is simple. When you log in the top left, you will see and click Create and select Report. Next, you'll see the Add Data to Report panel open. When you create a new report, you can do one of two things. You can connect the report to an existing data source already saved in your Looker Studio Drive, or create a new data source using what's called a connector. This is an example of how to connect to a new data source using a Google Sheet connector. This would be how you would add a data set that already exists in Google Sheet format in either your personal or shared Google Drive, and you want to then connect it to your Looker Drive so that you can build reports using it. After you connect a data source, you'll be taken to the report creator page. The first thing you do is you really want to give your report a name so that you can easily find it in your list of reports on your main homepage. Next, you'll start building and configuring the report with your desired visualizations. And you'll do this by selecting charts and controls to embed in the report. Charts are any components that you want to use to visualize your data, and controls give you a way to add interactive features to the report, such as date ranges or other filters, which we will get to later in a future tutorial. While you're editing your report that you're creating, you can see and manage all of the data sources used for the report using the Resources menu. If you manage those, go into that Manage Added Data Sources selection there in that menu. From there, you can do things like rename the data source, rename and duplicate fields in it, change field types, all sorts of things, which we will also cover in a future tutorial. Once you're done creating your report, you have your data source set up the way you want it to, you have all your visualizations in there and your other stylistic elements like anecdotal titles or things like that, color elements. You are then ready to view and share it. So you always go back. You can always go back into the editing mode if you need to. There's the button up in the upper right-hand corner. You can toggle back and forth between edit and view. Looker Studio provides ways to get a report link to share with external viewers, or you can download the report, or it even can be embedded in a website. When sharing a report, you can specify with whom you want to share it. You can specify particular people or groups of people. And then you can also change how individuals can access the report. Okay, so now I'm going to pause my sharing here for just a moment because we're going to jump right into the Looker Studio tool, and we're going to build a report with a sample data set. We're going to add a few simple visualizations. Okay, so I am in the Looker Studio tool, and this is what I see when I log in with my Google credentials. So it automatically defaults to showing me the reports to which I either have access by someone sharing it with me or I own them. So let's walk through how to create a new report though with a sample data set. So I'm just going to click Create and Report. And again, as I mentioned before, you're automatically going to be asked to choose how you're going to connect data to that report. You're either going to use an existing data source in your Looker Studio Drive, or in this case, I'm going to connect a Google Sheet that I have somewhere else. And I'm looking for a particular one here. So I'm looking for help desk tickets. It's going to ask me to just confirm that I want to use first rows as headers, things like that. Yes, I want to do all that. So I'm adding, then it's going to ask me to confirm again. Am I sure that I want to add these data to this report? And yes, I do. You can select to have that message hidden, by the way, if you don't want to keep seeing that over and over again. So then it's going to automatically populate a blank page of a report with a very simple table that pulls in some just default dimensions and metrics here. So you can think of a dimension as sort of a category of information, and a metric is a specific aggregation. But I wanted to show you a couple of things here. The first thing I'm going to do is label this report so I know what it is in my list when I log back in next time. I'm just going to say help desk tickets, something simple for right now. But I can see two different panels here. I can see a chart controls, and it's showing me the controls for this chart right now, this table. It's showing me the dimensions and the metrics here. But again, we'll get back to that. It's also showing me my data source. So here's my data source, they're my Google Sheet. Here are all the fields in that sheet. I can't edit right from here, but I'm going to show you how in another video how to edit any of these if you need to, including removing any of them if you want to. For now, I'm just going to close that panel though, because I want to have more space to build my charts and tables. So I am actually not going to use this table, and I can delete it very easily. So if I delete it, piece of cake, but now I have just a blank canvas. So I have to add a chart, and it's still going to use that same data source. Okay. And I'm going to add a bar chart. And I went too fast down the list. It thinks, there we go. So I'm going to add a bar chart, and I'm going to put it here, and I'm going to make it bigger for now so I can see what's in it. Now, again, it's defaulting to a couple of selected dimensions and metrics. I'm not interested in looking at my data right now by whether it was a phoned in or emailed help desk ticket. I'm actually also not going to do any date ranges at this time. So I'm going to take that away. So I want to change my dimensions here. And I want to look at the requesting agency. I want to see who's requesting help with our data system. So I'm picking that as my dimension. And then I'm going to see I want to see just a record count, just a simple count of how many help desk inquiries came in by program. So that's good. I see that there. Now there's things that I can do to change the setup too. I maybe want to see them sorted in ascending order instead of descending order. So I'm going to change that. I can do other things with this chart here, this bar chart. I can change stylistically things like maybe I want to add a background. So I'm going to scroll down to background and border, and maybe I want my background to be yellow. So I'm just pick that nice pale yellow. And I think I also want to put a different color on my grid marks. So I'm going to make those a red so they stand out a little bit better. So you can see you're just going to kind of play around with the style that you want and the way in which you want the information to be displayed in your chart until you get the visualization the way you want it to look. You can add text. I can add a title to this. So up here, there's a text insertion, and I just drag and I bring it to where I want to write my text. And it's just like word processing, help desk tickets by requesting agency. Just add a simple title. I can change the font size, all sorts of things. I can bold it. I can change the size of the text box. So I can do lots of stuff similar to how I would just regular word processing. So now I have, you'll see I clicked outside of the chart now. And now I don't see anything else. I don't see anything about it. I don't see the characteristics, the setup and the style. I have to be in the chart itself to be able to see all of that information. So if that ever disappears, that's why you've clicked out. I want to add something else. So I want to add what's called a scorecard. And a scorecard is basically just a total count. And I want to put it right here. And I don't need a date range for that necessarily. I just want a straight record count. So I got 2,700 help desk tickets showing here in this sample, okay? And I can change things about that too. I can change the style about that, just like I was able to with the chart. So I can change the background of that. Maybe I want that to be purple, whatever. So again, you can do all sorts of things to make your chart look the way you want it to. I can rearrange where this is, dragging and dropping. it's really quite easy to get your chart set up and looking the way you want it to with some simple visualizations. Okay, so you notice that when I clicked on this, see the interactive features that are available? I just am picking one program and it's changing the scorecard automatically when I pick one of those programs. So some really neat interactive features here in the tool. So that is just how we go about setting up a report with a couple of simple visualizations. We will continue to do this in the other tutorials in the series, adding some more visualizations as well as report controls. And we'll take a closer look at managing our data sources in case there's anything we want to change about the data source. So please be sure to join us for video number 3. Thank you.